Hey, what's up guys? David here from The Ignited. Today I'm going to break down everything you need to know about internet speed tests. We'll discuss what all these numbers mean, how they affect your browsing experience, and how to tell if your ISP or internet service provider is delivering the speeds that they promised. Alright, so if you ever wondered if you're getting your money's worth for your internet connection, just stick around. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, so I'm going to use a popular speed testing website, which is speedtest.net, to break it down for you. So let's go to speedtest.net here, and I'll do a speed test of my current internet connection. Right. All right, so these are the default settings. You have a very big go button here that you're going to just click on. We have Sprint UG here, and there's an IP address right here, and then Airtel Uganda here, and there's also an option to change server. So I'm going to explain some of these things later on in the video, but let's just quickly just go and do an internet speed test right here. All right, okay, so we are going to get started by understanding the key components of a speed test. First, we have the download speed, and that is what's happening on screen right now. This measures how quickly your internet connection can pull data from the web to your device. So in this test right here, my download speed is 38.3 Mbps, which is really good for HD videos, downloading large files, and even some light online gaming here. All right, and then the next thing that we have here is upload. All right, and we have 26.57. So upload speed shows how fast you can send data from your device, in this case my Mac computer here, to the internet. So 26.57 Mbps here is actually solid for things like video conferencing, uploading files to cloud storage, and even hosting live streams. All right, so now you also have what you call ping here. Okay, I don't know if you can see it here. Ping in milliseconds, and in my case it's 19 milliseconds. Okay, this is also called latency. So ping measures how long it takes for your data to travel from your device to a server and back. It is measured in milliseconds. So a lower ping means less lag, which is important for things like online gaming and video calls. All right, so in this test, the ping is actually quite good, which is 19 milliseconds, and this is really good for things like video conferencing, so I can hold a Zoom call, a Google Meet quite fine. And then moving to server location here, okay, this test uses a server in Airtel Uganda. Here you can change this server right here. So the test starts from my ISP or internet service provider, which is Spring UG, and the remote server is at Airtel, right? You can change this right here depending on where the online services that you routinely access are. So since most of the services are hosted out of the country, out of Uganda, then for a more accurate speed test, it's actually better if I can change this to some server in the US, right? Say Michigan, or actually let's just say Boston here. All right, so now I'm going to do a second speed test from my ISP in Uganda to a server, remote server hosted in Boston. Okay, and you're going to see quite a difference right there. All right, so the results are back, and if we see results history here, that's one cool thing I like about speed test right here. You can see that my speed slightly came down from 36.3 to 26.99. Those are the download speeds. And why is that? Because the server location is now far, right? So in the initial speed test, the server location was in Uganda, which is Airtel Uganda. But now when I changed it to a remote location, which is in the US, you can see that now the speeds have reduced a little bit. And why is that? Because of course, naturally, the data has to travel longer distances, and that means that the speeds are going to reduce. So depending again on the services that you access, you want to change this location or the server to where your services are accessed. So if you're browsing the internet, if you're, Instagramming, tweeting, Facebooking, and all that, most of these servers are hosted outside, although of course they might have catch servers locally. Okay, So this is really, really important. That is why you find people, they do a speed test. The tests are really, really good. But when they try to send an attachment, an email, the experience is really slow. And why is that? This is exactly why. Yeah, so you need to understand that trick when it comes to doing internet speed tests. All right? Yes. So you may be asking, okay, David, how do these speeds actually affect my day-to-day internet use? Well, there is a quick rundown, okay? So download speeds impact how quickly videos load or apps download, all right? And then upload speeds are crucial for tasks like sending emails with attachments or backing up photos to the cloud, all right? So that's really important. And then ping is super important for gamers. Gamers, this is really, really important. It's the difference between winning and losing. Even milliseconds really, really count when it comes to this. Also, when you do video conferencing and all that, and you notice buffering and that sort of thing, it's because the ping is very, very high. So it really depends on which internet application that you're using, all right? Yes, now I want to offer you some tips of ensuring that your internet provider delivers the promised speeds. So first, compare your speed tests to the speed tests that your ISP advertised. So for example, here I have 26.99, about 36.99, right? And that corresponds a little bit closely to what I'm paying my internet service provider, which is 40 Mbps, right? So it's a bit less, but it's not too far, right? At least it's not half. Yes. So that is how you know that, your ISP is not cheating you. But in most cases, it's lower than what you paid for, but it shouldn't be too much. It should be at least 30% less for the most part. And why is that? Because the internet is actually shared across customers. Okay. Yes, so if Sprint 3G promised 40 Mbps download and I'm getting 26.99 right here, or actually 38.2, that's all right, okay? And then run speed tests at different times of the day. So speed tests may drop during peak hours when everybody is online. For example, in the morning when everybody has checked in to work, or people who are working from home, there is a lot of traffic on the network, a bit like how people who commute and you have a lot of cars on the road during peak hours, which is during the morning and during the evening when people are returning. So you want to do speed tests across different times of the day, in the morning, maybe in the afternoon, and then at night. And then you can average all those speed tests and come up with a figure. Thirdly, try multiple devices to see if the results are consistent, okay? So you can use your Mac here, or you can use your Android phone, your iPhone, and so forth. Sometimes actually the problem could be your device, okay? So your device could be running slowly and it's slowing down things. Now, lastly, test with a nearby server to minimize the impact of distance on your results. Like I showed you earlier here, I had two speed tests with variable servers. I had a server within the country and then the server outside of the country here, okay? So, of course, the server outside of the country is going to have a bit lower internet speed, but it shouldn't be too far from what my ISP is actually selling me, right? That is really important. And again, it depends on what content you're trying to download or upload to the internet. You want to use the server that corresponds to where the content that you're downloading or uploading is hosted for more accurate results and for a better experience. All right, folks, that's a breakdown of how to read and analyze an internet speed test. Now, if you have questions about your results, or if you're unsure whether your ISP is delivering, please leave a comment down below. I'll be happy to help. Leave a screenshot or something like that, and I'll be, happy to help and probably give a comment there. Okay, so if this video helped you understand your results, please don't forget to like, subscribe. Happy surfing and happy browsing. See you guys in the next one.